The broadcast you're about to hear is a special sports presentation brought to you by WPEX-FM 90.9.
Hey, take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. 'Cause it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Miller Field. I'm John Hart. And, we had a rain delay a little bit earlier, and that is one of the reasons why we're kind of getting things started a little bit late, you might say. But anyway, tonight's broadcast, we got a doubleheader coming up. It's going to be Eppes Supply going up against Pannells Logging in a minor league game, which will be our first game. And then the second part of our second hitter, our double hitter, will be the Rotary and Chamber that's going to be coming up. So we got a lot of good, exciting baseball that will be coming up. Well, starting pitcher, and our microphone, by the way, on our crowd mic is mounted on the fence close to the umpire. So we're going to see how things work out. But if you hear that great big boom once in a while, well, folks, that's because when the ball hits the fence, we're going to hear a lot of noise. But hopefully we'll see how it all works out. Starting off pitching for Eppes Supply is going to be Tyler White, number 22. And the first person that's going to be coming up, they got Ra Walker that's going to be starting here, and then Ryan Harvey for Pannells.
Official game start time is 6:30. Pannells versus Eppes. Up to bat for Pannells is Ryan Harvey. On deck, Rayshawn Dotson.
So, looks like Ryan Harvey is going to start things off. All right, here comes our first pitch. This one's going to be down here a little bit outside for ball number 1. 1 ball and no strikes to Ryan Harvey. Here comes the next pitch. Swing and a miss. Frank Walker is umpiring. And they're kind of moving everything up, I believe, on our lineup. That's going to put Dotson on deck. Okay, here we go. Here comes Tyler White, one of the best pitchers in a minor league team. Throws that one down there a little bit in the outside once again for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Robbie Hart will be here very soon, is going to be helping things out. Here comes the next pitch. And a swing and a miss. That's going to be in there for the second strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sun is out here in Blackstone. Skies cleared up pretty good, but we had a rain storm that moved through here, a little rain, so it feels a little bit wet. Here comes now the pitch, and this one's going to be low, and now we got a full count to Ryan Harvey. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And you can hear the Pannells Logging dugout cheering their fellow teammate along. Ryan Harvey's up for bat. He's got a full count. Tyler White pitching for Eppes Supply. He looks, winds up. Here comes now the pitch. Strike. Nope, I thought it was going to be a strike. That was close, a little bit outside. And that's going to be a walk base on balls for Ryan Harvey.
Up to bat, Rayshawn Dotson. On deck, Jeremiah Morgan.
So Ray Dotson on deck. Jeremiah Morgan will be on deck. Runner on first base for Pannell, no outs. Here we come with the pitch. Hard to get ball. It's a forced play. It goes through the first baseman's hands. Everybody will go safe. Ryan Harvey is going to motor on down to third base, and with no outs. Runners on first and third for Pannells Logging. So score runners in scoring position just like that with no outs. Okay. That's going to put Ray Dotson on deck. Tyler White looks, winds up. Here comes now the pitch. And that one's going to be outside. They're going to try to run the man down at second base. Do they give him? And let's see, they call it. Frank Walker's calling a no play. No, it's not a no play. He is safe. And that's going to score the first run. Harvey will come in for that first run. So swing and a miss in there for strike number 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Just like that, 1-1 comes the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here comes Tyler White for Eppes, pitching the ball. Swing and a miss. That's going to be in there for T. Reich, number 2. No balls and 2 strikes. Runner on second base. That is Ray Dodson on second base. Jeremiah Morgan is up. Here comes the pitch. And that's going to be strike number 3. And that's going to be the first out. And that'll be strikeout number 1. We'll credit that to
John
Supply for
Thomas, Dick, Ryan Pettis.
Tyler White gets his first strikeout of the game. 1 out. Here comes down the pitch. That's going to be a little bit high. And that's going to be in there for ball number 1. This is John Thomas Inge, I believe, if my chart is right here. Batting left-handed. Tyler White looks into the stress position. Here comes now the pitch. And a wild pitch. And there's a runner down to third base. He's saved easy. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strike now to John Thomas Inge. 2 balls and no strikes. 1 out here. It's 1-0 here in the first inning at the top of the first. Here comes the next pitch. Swing and a miss by Big Inge. And that's going to be strike number 1. 2 balls and 1 strike. Tyler White, I said earlier, one of the best minor league pitchers here. Here comes down the pitch. Here's a pitch, and it's going to be swing and a miss. That's in there for strike number 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 now is the count here at Miller Field. Like I said, getting things starting a little bit late. Okay, 2-2 count. Here comes the pitch. Ooh, that was close. That'll bring the count to full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Sun is drawing the field out pretty good. Thought they were going to have to drag it, but actually they didn't have to. But it looks a little bit hard. We'll see how the Sun drives it out. Here comes now the pitch. Strike number 3, and that will strike out the side. So just like that, it's 2 strikes and a...
Up to bat, Brian Pettis on deck, Dale Bingham.
Oh, here comes... All right. Anyway. Okay, Matthew came in and asked me if I can use my phone. So that's no problem. Here comes now Tyler. Throws the ball down there for strike number 1. Okay, no balls and 1 strike. Here at Miller Field, here comes the next one. Oh, nice pitch by Tyler White. That'll be in there for the second strike. No balls and 2 strikes. We got 2 outs, 1-0 here at the top of the first in favor of Eppes Supply. He threw it down second base, had a runner on third, and not Eppes Supply, but Pannells was able to bring a man in. Okay. Oh, the coach had him stealing home, and Dodson didn't take it on in. Now he's walking back to third base. 1 ball and 2 strikes for 2 outs. Tyler White now throws the ball into the dirt this time. Now he's threatening to come in. Tyler very quickly, though, covers home plate, and that brings the count 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Just getting things started here at the top of the first. Minor League Dixie Youth Baseball action. I'm John Hart, and welcome to Miller Field. You can do it. Oh, here comes now Tyler White. Winds up. Here comes now the pitch. Hard hit ball. This one goes right up the center. And the shortstop comes in and stops it, but not until a run scores.
Hey, give it a right.
And that will be 2-0 now in favor of Eppes Supply. I mean, not Eppes Supply, excuse me, of Pannells Longing.
Up to bat, Dale Bingham. On deck, Malik Jones.
That was Brian Pettis, by the way, who whacked that one to the second baseman. He wasn't able to pick it up and throw him out. Okay, 2 outs. Here comes now Dale Bingham. Here comes the pitch from Tyler White of Eppes Supply. Winds up. Now here comes the delivery. Oh, that is going to be in there for ball number 1. 1 ball and no strikes now. Tyler White looks at first base, gives him the old quick fake pitch. It's not going to come anyway. Now he looks again. He's in the stretch position. Now looks and winds up. Here comes now the pitch. This one is way outside, and they're going to try to throw him out. They're not going to get him nowhere near in time. And he makes it to second base. Right now, Eppes Supply is kind of throwing the ball around a little bit reckless, and that's kind of one of the things that contributed to one of the runs that came in a while ago from third base. 2 outs now. Man's in scoring position for Pannells Logging. Here comes now the pitch. Winds up and looks, and that's going to be in there for Steve Wright, number 1. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 outs, top of the first. Exciting Dixie Youth baseball action here at Miller Field in Blackstone, Virginia. All right, runner on second base. Now here comes the pitch from Tyler White. Swing and a miss, a big swing and a miss. And Pettis takes a big, big lead. Tyler White threatens to pick him off, but he gets back on the base in time. 2-2 now is the count with 2 outs. Here comes now the pitch. It comes in here. Strike number 3, and that's going to retire the side. 1 man left on base. They scored 2 runs. As we go to the bottom of the first right now, it's 2-0 in favor of Pannells Logging. We'll be right back right after this.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile. Located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. The accounting surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
The best show ever.
Brought to you by Radio Shack.
I need a new phone, so I'll go to Radio Shack, take their advice, and buy a Sony Ericsson Z750 with AT&T service. It has a 2-megapixel camera, FM radio, and a web browser, so I can surf the internet. And then one day at a car dealership, I'll find the price of a car too high, but the salesman won't agree, and he'll throw me a challenge, and he'll give me the car for free if I find it for cheaper, so I'll use the internet on my phone, find it for cheaper, and get it for free. And I'll owe it all to Radio Shack.
Don't just buy stuff.
Do stuff.
See your local Radio Shack dealer at Southside Electronics, Blackstone Square Shopping Center.
Back here at Miller Field, I'm John Hart, and I hope my son Robbie is back from Germany, and hopefully he's going to be joining us very, very soon here at Miller Field. 2-0 in favor of Pannells Logging over Eppes Supply. And let's see who's going to be starting out pitching for Brian Pettis. Let's see, will be Ray Dotson will be starting off pitching. Tyler Bourne will be up the bat. Of course, that's Avon Downey will be on deck. Ben Atkins will follow him. And then, of course, the cleanup guy, Tyler White.
Oh, yeah, he's going to be all right, but he don't want to play.
Probably see Tyler White, by the way. He'll probably play for Chamber tonight, kind of as a fill-in. Chambers had with Logan Powell being out
pretty much
with a broken ankle of all things. He playing basketball at the school and came down on it wrong, and he's out for most of the season.
Coming up. We good. We see that.
Of course, they'll probably bring him in and let him just kind of stand out there with a crutch or something just to get his hours in. So hopefully they're going to have him ready for All-Stars.
Up to bat for Eppes is Tyler Borum, on deck Evan Downey.
So Tyler Borum is up. Nice little ball player for Eppes Supply. Eppes Supply, I think, has only lost one game the entire year. That's how good they've been. They've got a nice, well-balanced ball club. Here comes now the pitch from Ray Dodson. He winds up. Here's the pitch. Hard hit ball to Ray. He misses it, and it kind of gets through everybody. The shortstop will back him up, but not in time before Tyler Borum gets on base. And he's on
Evan Downey,
for a base
on deck
hit.
Ben Atkins.
Ben Atkins now will be on deck. Runner with no outs, runner on first base. Here comes now the pitch, the windup from Ray Dodson. He throws the ball down there. That's going to be in there for ball one. One ball. And hello there, Robbie. He's trying to get everything all set to go. Problem is, Robbie's left-handed. He likes to eat. All right, let me bring you up. Hello, Robbie. There, try it again.
Hello. Okay, yes, you can hear me now.
I can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah.
Welcome back from Germany, by the way.
Germany, Buffalo, and before that, other places.
Now it's Blackstone, Virginia. Okay, here comes now the pitch. And that one's going to be down there for strike number one. 2 balls and 1 strike now to Evan Downey. Tyler Borum will run on down to second base, and he's absolutely safe. And with no outs, Eppes Supply is now threatening to score. Ray Dodson pitching for Pannells. Looks, pick number 13 winds up. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Now be in there for Steve Wright, number 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-0 in favor of Pannells Logging. 2 quick scores at the top of the first, and that's where we sit. Here comes Ray Dodson now, winds up, pitches way low. Here, Tyler Borum will motor on down to third base, and now he's really in scoring position with a full count now to Evans. 3 balls and 2 strikes. It's 2-0 in favor of Pannells Logging. Here comes now the windup. He kicks one high, now releases the ball. Hard hit ball goes high. They're going to try to get it, and he does not get it. That will be a foul ball, and the count remains 3 balls and 2 strikes. Well, one of the things that for our crowd mic is, well, we can hear the umpire a little bit better, but the fence, this man on the fence makes a lot of noise. All right, that's going to be ball 4, base on balls. And Ray Dodson walks a runner when kind of a bad time to walk.
Ben Atkins, on deck Tyler White.
So we're at the bottom or the top here? I'm trying to figure that out.
We're at the bottom.
Bottom, okay.
We missed your stats computer, by the way.
Well, you know, just be able to find who's on base.
Okay. Runner on first and third. Here comes a pitch. Big swing. There goes the runner motoring down the third base. He slides in there. No dust because the field is wet.
Very wet. Looks like we got a mud ball game today.
Yeah, by the time, if it doesn't rain anymore, by the time Rotary and Chamber play, ground's going to be like a rock. Here comes the next pitch, and that's going to almost dust him off almost. That's going to be in there for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike here at Miller Field. Thanks for listening to www.wpexonline.com. We've had quite a few listeners on there, so we appreciate you folks tuning in to us. Exciting Dixie Youth Baseball here at Miller Field in Blackstone, Virginia. Here comes now the windup and the delivery to pitch. Hard hit ball. Definitely is going to fall in. The right fielder is going to pick it up. 1 run will score, and 2 runs are actually going to score. And already the game is tied up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 now is the score all tied up. And the runner is on first base. So crowd kind of getting into the game a little bit here at Miller Field. Here comes now the pitch. Runner on first base after a nice hit right in the hole to right field. And of course that scored the 2 runners that was on for Eppes Supply. It's tied a ball game with no outs. He's got a runner on first. Here comes now the pitch. Here comes the windup. Swing and a miss. That one was sky high. He went for it anyway. And that's going to make the count 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Well, this is looking kind of rough here for Eppes. Is it Eppes? Yeah, Eppes. I thought I found which team
looking kind of rough for Pannells.
Pannells, right? I'm sorry.
Pannell jumped off to a 2-0 lead. Hard hit ball, and they could get a double play. They got it for a double play.
That was
and
nice.
It's 2 outs now. Wow, what a hands-up play by the second baseman.
Yeah, second baseman saved that play. No doubt about that. That would have been a 2 runs coming in had that guy passed him.
Jeremiah Morgan, by the way, was the guy that wrecked that play up. Nice play. Kudos to him. And now they're going to try to tag him out. All right, what they're doing is they're protesting that call.
I hate to tell him that. He is out by a pretty large margin.
They called him out again. So anyway, it was 3. Well, hey, when you get down to it, that was a triple play.
Oh, it's a triple play?
No, it's not a triple play. But
we'd be
you
out
got
of the
3
inning
outs,
right now.
only counted 2.
Oh.
Up to bat, Mawante Morrison. On deck, Michaela Alvis.
Where are we at? Yeah, the batting order's right here. Oh, Eppes Supply's up. So, yeah, this is Momo. Remember Momo.
I remember Momo.
Alvis will be on deck for Eppes Supply. Boy, what an important 2 outs that was. That clears the bases up. Here comes Dotson now, winds up. Here comes now the pitch, and that's going to be high for ball 1.
That's way, way too high there. Momo, watch out, go right over his head. And Momo's not a very tall guy, so.
Did you turn the AC off?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
They get a little too cold in here, bud.
All right. Well, that's 3 balls and no strikes with 2 outs. Dotson now winds up. And that one's going to be way high once again. That's going to make it 3 balls and no strikes. Sun is still hanging out there. I don't see any clouds in the sky right now. Here comes down the pitch. Momo just kind of ducks.
Yeah, it's got that.
He just kind of ducks, but it was a ball anyway. It was kind of hot.
Bat, Michaela on deck, Hunter Morgan.
Momo's a pretty small target to shoot to there, so that's going to be a tough one to make no matter what. Hey, Robbie's here.
Who? Oh, come on in.
Throw that one there.
There was a hard hit ball. That is going to be right in the hole. Okay, another one's going to come around and score it. It's going to go to third base. They're going to try him. They're not going to get him. No way.
A good double there by number 20.
So nice double right there.
Hunter Morgan on
2-2 is a nice tight score.
Yep.
But boy, that double play earlier is going to really, really come back if they get this last batter out. Yeah. That's going to save the day for Pannells. Here comes now the pitch. This one's going to be outside, ball 1. And Dotson is having a little bit of problems hitting that target because earlier he was hitting it. Now he's kind of faltering a little bit, and that's why this score is like it is. That's how they scored him, put base on ball, and they scored him 2 runs.
We've seen that happen a lot in this minor league game. That a lot of runs come off walks.
Here comes the pitch, swing and a miss. That's going to be in there for a strike.
Yeah, a lot
1-1 as they count.
Yeah, a lot of runs come off walks that, people just, walk one run after the other. We've seen it happen many times this week, so.
And folks, we're going to have the coach going to come out and talk to the pitcher for a few moments. But what we're starting so late is because they had a big storm that came in there earlier and kind of rained on the field. And it took about an hour for them to get the field enough to play on at least. Well, so that's why we're kind of delayed. Well, we missed your stats computer. You didn't bring that today, did you?
I did, but I have no point breaking it out right now. So
you're going to bring it out. You're going to break it out to the next game.
I might. Depends how much I have to do in the next game. If I have a lot to do, I won't be able to, obviously. But
Robbie Taylor is going to be doing the play-by-play. Hopefully, in the next game coming up, that will be Chamber, and the Rotary is going to be playing.
Yeah, Robbie, how'd you get roped into that one?
He's been royered. Sorry, you know how we fry Dennis on this show anyway.
Yeah, that was more than a few times.
Hope you're tuning in out there, Dennis. Here it comes now the pitch from Dawson. Hard hit ball to the third base. Dropped and picked it back up. Run will score, and now Eppes Supply takes a 3-2 lead.
Not only that, there's runners on first and second. Another walk loads the bases up.
Wow. That'll be 3-2 now in favor of Eppes. They have scored 3 unanswered runs right here at the bottom of the first.
And it wasn't that long ago we thought that it was. It wasn't that long ago we thought it was going to be an all Pannells there with that great double play they had earlier. It just nothing's really gone their way since.
Well, like I said earlier, Pannells jumped out with a 2-0 on some just good hitting off of Tyler White. We all know how good Tyler White is. I mean,
no, pretty good hitter.
They smacked the ball coming out in the front four. Hadn't done anything since though. That ball's going to be low, and the runner everybody's going to advance actually. So stealing second, stealing third, runner with 2 outs. Runners that are on second and third for Eppes Supply.
That makes them right in scoring position. It's not where you want them if you're Pannells.
Nope, not at all. Here comes now the windup. Here comes the pitch. A bunt, actually. It didn't go well at all. That just kind of went straight down and hit the plate. And that's going to be in there for strike number 1. 1-1 is the count. 1-1. How you like where the microphone is?
I don't know. Where's the microphone?
Actually, it's right behind the umpire.
That's an interesting place. You must have been on a long cable today.
Here comes out the pitch. I got creative, and that's going to be in there for ball 2. It looked like he was squaring off the bunt, and he pulled it back in time, so the count becomes 2 balls and 1 strike with 2 outs.
I admit, I worry when you get creative because it usually ends up being more work for me.
We miss you. Robbie, what can we say?
Yeah.
All right, here comes now the pitch from Dodson. High, and there for ball number 3. That's going to bring an interesting thing. You don't want to walk another runner.
No. Load those bases right up and makes you right for a base hit.
3 balls and 1 strike now. Here comes now the pitch from Dodson. He looks, winds up, got another fake bunt, but they might call that a strike. If they do, the runner's going to come in to steal on a wild pitch. That's going to be a full count, and that's going to also score a run. That'll be 4-2. How many times have we seen it, Robbie, when you got a runner on third and a runner on second, and then one bad play? And here comes everybody in.
Well, this is more like a series of bad plays that's been working against them for the last 2 batters. I mean, you got to be able to throw strikes in this league.
And that one's going to be ball 4, and that's going to walk another runner. So
up to bat, William Foster.
I mean, you got to be able.
Derek Craig.
You got to be able to throw strikes in order to win the games there, and Pannells is just not throwing strikes right now.
Well, there Foster's going to try his luck. He's a right-hander. As soon as Eppes runs a person in and scores, then another person takes his place. And they still got 2 runners now on second and third, first and third. And I would imagine this guy's going to go on down to second base.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it.
So Russell's on first base. Here comes now the pitch. And there he goes. And he just kind of trots on down here. No big deal there. 1 ball and no strikes. Chris Taylor stuck at the bottom of the first. It's 4-2. Here comes the windup. Here comes the pitch. And that one's going to be strike number 1. 1 ball and 1 strike is the count with 2 outs.
I don't think Antonio expected that one to be a strike there. He looked like he was just watching it go right by him.
Oh, yeah. We want to thank Heather Hart for operating the camera on top.
Yeah,
and that one's going to be high, and that's in there for ball 2.
I would think her too if she was there operating it.
Where is she?
She's not there.
I thought she was on top of the...
No, I'll put Matthew up there to do it until she gets there.
Matthew's doing the camera? Oh, my goodness. 2 balls and 1 strike. We'll never sell any DVDs now. I'm just kidding. That one's way inside, ball 3.
Yes, because we sold so many so far this year.
Yep, and right now, Pannells is getting in a very big danger of loading these bases up.
Well, I mean, Pannells just having a hard time throwing strikes, so what it comes down to. I mean, their percentage got to be on through the floor here.
Okay, here comes Dodson with a windup, and that one's going to be in there for
strike 2.
Strike 2.
A much-needed strike, might I add. I think at this point...
Uh-oh, here comes a runner that's going to try in.
He got it easily.
And no good. Didn't get it. He got in there, that's going to make it 5-2.
That's one of the problems with minor league games. The scores get rather high sometimes.
Yep. And then us announcers, we got to sit there and try to figure out ways to be creative to keep these guys in there. Strike number 3, and that's going to retire the side. So, with 2 men left on base, they scored actually 4 unanswered points. It's 4-2 in favor of Eppes Supply. We'll be right back right after this.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile. Located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. The accounting surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
The best stuff ever. Brought to you by Radio Shack.
I need a new phone, so I'll go to Radio Shack, take their advice, and buy a Sony Ericsson Z750 with AT&T service. It has a 2-megapixel camera, FM radio, and a web browser, so I can surf the internet. And then one day at a car dealership, I'll find the price of a car too high, but the salesman won't agree, and he'll throw me a challenge and he'll give me the car for free if I find it for cheaper, so I'll use the internet on my phone, find it for cheaper, and get it for free. And I'll owe it all to Radio Shack.
Don't just buy stuff.
Do stuff. See your local Radio Shack dealer at Southside Electronics, Blackstone Square Shopping Center.
Okay, back here at Miller Field, 4-2. Eppes Supply has a lead over Pannells August.
Malik Jones on deck, Isaiah
And of course, we're going to be seeing Tyler White's going to be remaining in as pitching.
Yeah, no big surprise there.
And don't be surprised that you see Tyler White is going to come in and help pitching not pitching, but help playing in on Chamber tonight. First one is going to be wild, way outside, and that's going to be in there for ball 1. And of course, it hits the fence, and that's what that great big bang, that hits our crowd mic too. That's what that big bang was.
Okay.
1 ball and no strikes. Here comes now the pitch. That one's going to be in the ground, get past the catcher and everything, and that's going to be in there for ball number 2.
Yeah, I'm saying both of these teams are having trouble hitting the strike zone here.
Yep.
That means long games. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know it. 2 balls and no strike, and he swung at this one. I wouldn't have swung it. I'll let that one go by.
That was inside. He probably was a little scared to hit him.
I'll bring the first strike up there, 2 balls and 1 strike. Pannells need to play some go-get-em baseball now. Here comes now a pitch, way low again, ball 3. And this is something that's really kind of weird for Tyler, because Tyler usually don't get behind on his batters like this.
Yeah.
Here comes now the pitch, way, couldn't find the hole again. He will walk.
Isaiah Williams on deck, Alex Perkinson.
So Jones will be on Isaiah Williams is up. That don't look like McKellen Jones. Well, anyway, something's weird. They got this thing out of order somehow.
They would never do that to you.
Yeah. Here comes now the pitch from Tyler White.
That was
right
right
down the middle. That was a nice pitch. Strike number 1. No balls and 1 strike to the. I guess this, like I said, this is Williams. Here comes now the pitch, way low. Ball 1. There goes the runner down to second base. They're going to try to get him.
Maybe easily.
And he beat it.
That's a tough throw to make, though, going from home plate to second base for a minor leaguer, though. I mean, we don't see very many outs running the second in this league.
So anyway, with a 1-1 count now, the last couple of pitches, Tyler White started to come back to his old self. Here comes now the pitch. He winds up and throws it, swing and a miss, and there for strike number 2. That one was a little bit high, though.
Yeah, that one was a little high. He swung high, too, though, but he had no chance of that one.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Here comes now the pitch. Runner on second base. Here comes now the pitch, winding up. And that one's going to be outside, ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here we are at the top of the second. It's 4-2 in favor of that supply.
I think we're having an equipment problem or something.
Probably the catching gear again.
Nope. Okay, just had a quick.
Good old Blackstone catching gear. Here comes now the pitch. Strike number 2. Frank Walker calls that one right quick, fast, in a hurry. I'm sorry, strike 3. That takes him out. That brings him out in number 1.
Up to bat, Alex Perkinson on deck, Antonio Fitzgerald.
All right, so here we have Alex Perkinson is up, and Antonio Fitzgerald up. That put Lewis also behind that. Tyler White has come back smoking now. He's pitching good. He looks, and now he winds up, and that one's going to be in there for strike 1. He's hitting on all 8 cylinders now. So with no balls and 1 strike with 1 out. Here comes now the windup for Tyler White. Pitches it. That one's going to be outside for ball 1.
Yeah, just a little bit low there, a tad below his kneecaps. So maybe a good decision not to swing at that one.
So 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 out. Here comes now the pitch, way high, ball 2.
That was way high there.
2 balls, 1 strike.
This is a small guy, too, the batter here, so he's going to have a tiny strike zone. He's going to have a hard time hitting that.
Right there. Get ready.
It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. That one's going to be foul back. Wow, that thing, it's a little dramatic on that ball when it hits the backstop there with the microphone being up there.
You need to isolate that thing or something.
In fact, if you look on the video, right there.
I'm sure people on the screen are glad they can see what you're pointing to.
I just hope nobody curses. Here comes down the pitch. Strike number, I think it's strike number 2 at 3. Was he struck him out?
Yeah. Strike out number 2, so
that's going to bring up Lewis now. He's a super sub. And that's going to bring out an important second out. Runner on second base. And wow, Pannells had a chance of maybe getting some of these runs back. Here comes now the pitch, swing and a miss.
Way late on that one.
Number 1. That ball came, hit the glove, and then he swung at it. Wasn't quite quick enough. And that one's going to be in there for strike number 2.
I had to turn the headphones down there. Your death to my ear headphone amp there is killing me.
Do I need to turn my microphone down?
No, just the headphones are too loud. You know how you are with your headphones.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Someone's like the keyboard hearing past age 40.
I worked for the Bobcat too long. Okay, here comes the pitch. This one's going to be down low. By the way, speaking of Bobcat, Robbie Staler from the Bobcat will be doing the play-by-play in the next game. And I'm going to be coaching. I won't be in here. Tom Inge is out, so strike number
3, for the inning.
And that's going to be tired aside. One run left on our left runner on one runner left on base. Anyway,
you'll figure it out eventually.
As we go to the bottom of the second, it's 4-2 in favor of Eppes Supply. We'll be right back right after this.
What does your world sound like? That's geography. The music of the world around you. Geography is people, places, environments, and economics. Geography gives us the framework for understanding our world. But sadly, our kids aren't getting enough of it. Half can't locate economic powers like Japan and India, and 20% can't even find the Pacific Ocean. That's why we created MyWonderfulWorld.org. It's part of a free National Geographic-led campaign to give our kids the power of global knowledge. Go to MyWonderfulWorld.org to learn more and get your free parent and teacher action kits. It's a wonderful world.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile, located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. The accounting surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
4-2 here at Miller Field. I'm John Hart, along with my son Robbie Hart. And of course, like I said, the next game coming up, we'll have Robbie's Taylors. We have a lot of Robbies today. All right, looks like we are going to have
Umpire's making the pitcher tuck his shirt in.
I tell you what, Joe Jackson always used to get on Matthew about that.
Yeah.
Especially during fall ball. Matthew come out there, shirt all untucked. Boy, Joe Jackson would jump all over Matthew. Matthew gets so mad at Joe.
It's in the rules, though.
Yes, it is.
Joe's not making it up. It really is in the rules.
Okay, number 11. Did they give us any for Pannells? It looks like, I believe that's Rah-Rah. Rah-Rah. Rah-Rah walk.
Yeah, it could be a Rah-Rah.
We'll see.
I know they never give us numbers.
They changed the batting order around.
Yep.
So.
I know. Hey, I played this game. I know what they did.
Anyway, Ange will be on first base. Well, I think they're kind of moving things around a little bit on us. Well, did they play? Tell me, did they play baseball in Germany?
No, they play soccer.
Wait. All right, I probably got somebody, lined up to shoot me now. Said something bad about soccer. I don't know. Soccer's just not my game. Really, never could really get into it,
So that running. Oh, that running, right?
Yeah. Well, when I was younger, it didn't bother me none.
The red flag, the red card, and the yellow card.
Actually, I enjoyed playing it. I just didn't like watching it, All right, here we go. Let's see, who do we have up here? And I believe this is Harrison Inch. Here comes now the pitch.
Oh, inside.
That's going to be way inside. Ball wouldn't look like Harrison though. This might be Michael Lewis.
It's Lewis. He had to do. He had to jump out of the box, get away from that one. That almost got it.
Yeah, way inside. Now being there for ball number 1. Here comes now the pitch. That one's going to be in there for ball 2. And oh boy, I hope this is not a start of a walk-on.
Yeah, it makes these games go a lot slower when you have a lot of walks, that's for sure.
Here comes down the next pitch, way high. That's going to be in there for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-1 now count with Ra Walker pitching. He winds up and pitches way down low in there for ball number 3.
3 balls, 1 strike.
You hear all that noise going on in the background? That's Chamber getting ready to wind up.
How much you want to bet they have that pitch machine revved up to full speed?
Well, if Matthews starts out pitching, they're going to want it to full speed. Anyway, that brings it up to full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes now. And boy, once again, Al Logan is very serious about walking another runner for Eppes.
You don't want to do that. It's not a good way to start this inning.
That one's going to be there for strike.
That one just barely fell on his knees
Strike 3.
there. Strike 3, yeah.
Did he say strike 2, though?
No, he said strike 3.
He said strike 2.
No, he didn't.
No, he said strike 3.
No, he really said strike 3.
Up bat, Tyler Gorham on deck,
Well, that
Evan
brings
Downey.
up to the top of the batting order. For Tyler, this one's going to be in there for ball number 1.
That one just rolled off his hands wrong. Right in there.
Still think he said strike. He said strike 2.
No, he didn't.
No, he did.
No, he did not.
Folks, he said strike 2. I know he
You're
strike 3.
you're making yourself
He meant
sound
strike
bad.
3.
You're making yourself sound bad in the video. You know that, right?
All right. Here comes the next pitch. That one's going to be high for ball number 2.
Ball.
And that's ball 2.
And 2 balls in a row there, right? So Pannells not wanting to have a walking people if they can help it.
No, and kind of on their way of doing that right now. Here comes now the windup. Here comes the pitch. Hard hit ball. That's going to go right up the middle.
Ooh, got right down
and here we go again. Tyler Bohm. And by the way, that's his second base hit of this ball game. The other one went to right field.
Downey on deck, Ben Atkins.
So Tyler Bohm starts out really good here.
And kind of the meat of Eppes Supply's lineup right now.
Downey's up, followed by Axon. Will be on deck. All right. Tyler's on first base. Here comes down the pitch. Big swing and a miss. In there for strike number 1. No balls and 1 strike. And if he gets this one, this could be a good 2. Here comes down and the pitch. And that one's going to be high, ball 1. Brian Pettis will come over and kind of back Rara up as the pitch gets thrown back to him. Good job there. Nice hits up play. If they want to stay within reaching, they're going to have to do a lot of backing up. Here comes down the pitch. And that was close. Looks a little bit high, though.
Yeah, I thought that may have fallen in there, but just I guess it was a little bit outside.
Yeah, that was close. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. That's what we say, and that's what Frank Walker said, and that's what goes.
That's what goes.
They got 1 out here at the bottom of the 2nd. Okay, Rara now winds up and he delivers, and that's going to be there for good 2.
So it just barely caught in there.
2-2 now is the count. Here comes now the next pitch. And it's a hard hit ball. Boy, that ball came right down in front of our white elephant here, our broadcast booth.
A little bit late on that swing there. If he would have backed up in the box a little bit or swung that split second earlier, that one could have been dangerous for Pannells.
Well, that brings the count to 2-2. But yeah, if he would have straightened that out, he only got 1 out. Probably the best he could have gotten unless it came right to where they get the double play. Here comes now the next pitch. Strike 3. And that was definitely, he said, strike 3. That's going to retire the side.
No.
Not retire the side, but retire that batter.
Retire that batter.
And now that brings it up to 2.
Up bat, Ben Atkins on deck, Tyler White.
You're having a hard time on my scoreboard here, aren't you?
Yeah, I miss it.
I'm sorry, it's not going to make an appearance in the next game either, right?
All right, here comes now a wild pitch. They're going to try to run her down second.
Bad throw.
It gets through. There goes Tyler Bourne down to third base. He will get there easy. So just a few errors that advanced him all the way to first base, all the way down to third.
Pannells very lucky that didn't turn into another run, though. But the bad part is now puts a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, especially when you're down by 2 runs. You don't want to do that.
You don't want to do that at all.
Here comes now the pitch and the windup. Hard hit ball. This could be trouble. They're going to try to throw him. It's going to be close. He got it. Out number 3, but boy, that was close.
Good play by the second baseman and the first baseman get a hold of that one.
Tyler Bourne on third base for Eppes Supply didn't make it in time. And that will be the third and final out as we go to the top of the third. It's 4-2 in favor of Eppes Supply. We're going to be right back right after these messages.
What does your world sound like? That's geography, the music of the world around you. Geography is people, places, environments, and economics. Geography gives us the framework for understanding our world. But sadly, our kids aren't getting enough of it. Half can't locate economic powers like Japan and India, and 20% can't even find the Pacific Ocean. That's why we created MyWonderfulWorld.org. It's part of a free National Geographic-led campaign to give our kids the power of global knowledge. Go to MyWonderfulWorld.org to learn more and get your free parent and teacher action kits. It's a wonderful world.
The best stuff ever. Brought to you by Radio Shack.
I need a new phone, so I'll go to Radio Shack, take their advice, and buy a Sony Ericsson Z750 with AT&T service. It has a 2-megapixel camera, FM radio, and a web browser, so I can surf the internet. And then one day at a car dealership, I'll find the price of a car too high, but the salesman won't agree, and he'll throw me a challenge, and he'll give me the car for free if I find it for cheaper, so I'll use the internet on my phone, find it for cheaper, and get it for free. And I'll owe it all to Radio Shack.
Don't just buy stuff.
Do stuff. See your local Radio Shack dealer at Southside Electronics, Blackstone Square Shopping Center.
Back here at Miller Field, 4-2 in favor of
Up to bat for Pannells, Michael Lewis.
I'm John Hart along with my son, Robbie Hart, and this is the first game of the doubleheader we're having.
Michael Lloyd at the bat now for Pannells Logging.
Here comes Tyler White now. Eppes Supply winds up, and a very lazy swing.
That was
for strike one.
I don't think Michael had any authority on that one. Oh, he just kind of swung just because he felt he had to, I guess. Had to make an effort.
Tyler White now looks with 0-1 count. That was going to be all the way into the ground. It's all the way to the backstop. That'll be in there for ball number 1.
That one slipped right off Tyler's fingers in that one.
So we got 1-1 now as the count. Well, we made it to the top of the third. Here comes now the pitch, swing and a miss, strike number 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. 4-2. Eppes Supply leading on this one. Like I said, they've only lost one game the entire year. Pretty doggone good, isn't it?
Pretty good.
Anyway, that's going to go in there for ball 2. 2-2 gets the account. At least it's not a runaway, at least not yet.
Not yet. The game's still early, though.
Right, number 3, and that's going to be strikeout number 4 for Mr. Tyler White.
He's been throwing strikes. I mean, in this league, you can throw strikes, you're doing pretty good at that point.
He's the best. Actually, I think he's probably all around, he's probably the best player in the minors.
Yeah, for Blackstone.
Like I said, you'll see old Tyler. He will be probably pitching in for Pannell. For Chamber tonight.
On deck,
He takes on the Rotary in game number 2. Here comes now the pitch. This one's going to be in there for ball 1. Even Frank Walker looked like he kind of hesitated at for a second.
Yeah.
Here comes now the windup. Tyler winds up. Here comes the pitch.
Outside.
High. That's going to be ball 2.
Yeah,
that was a little outside, wasn't it?
A little outside. And, of course, the batter is kind of small, too, so it's a very small target to throw to. I think the helmet's as big as he is.
Here comes now the pitch. Strike.
Nope, ball 3.
Ball 3?
Yep.
He really did. He called it. I thought that was going to be.
Oh, maybe call a strike. I thought it was a ball, but a little high to me, but oh well.
I thought that'd bring the count to it. All right, 2 balls and 1 strike. Here comes the next pitch. High ball.
Frank in the back. That was funny.
I didn't see that.
The ball flew at the backstop and hit Frank in the back, and he was running away from it.
Well, I did want to. Frank ain't seen nothing yet because he's going to be looking at RD and especially Matthew Hart pitching at him in a little bit. That one's going to be in there for ball 4. And he goes, well, walk. He's just sitting there looking. I don't know what to do. Take your base, man. You earned it. With Tyler White, though, that don't happen that often.
Better enjoy it while you can. Then again, like I said, number 1 here, the batter was actually a very small target to throw to, so that was a tough one.
Tyler now looks, winds up. Here comes the pitch. And that's going to be in there for ball 1. And let's hope that Tyler hasn't run out of gas himself.
Only 3rd inning. Hope not. I don't know how many other pitchers they have other than Tyler.
Here comes now the pitch. Oh, that was a nice. Oh, that was right down the middle. For strike number 1.
A little out inside actually, but he broke the plane.
1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, it's easier kind of looking at the video while he's playing than actually looking at in our angle here. Oh, well. I guess that fix of mine didn't last long, did it?
That'll be a no.
Now, 1-1 now is the count. Here comes out the pitch, swing and a miss, strike number 2. And back of us, we got a little table that we kind of jury-rigged in the brace field, and that's what that big clump was.
We noticed.
Well, disconnect with it.
Well, 1 ball and 2 strikes. 4-2 is game. This one's going to be way inside. Ball number 2, but there goes the runner down second base. They're going to try, and he overthrew him, but he's going to stay right there. Wisely.
Lucky number 1 there. I wasn't paying attention there. That could have been dangerous for Eppes.
I figure out who do we got up right here.
I do not know.
Rah-Rah. Yep, Rah-Rah Walker's up. But this may be all. Tyler now looking. Here he comes pitching to Rah-Rah. Winds up. Here comes the pitch. Ooh, he pitches one outside once again, and that's full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes now the windup. Here comes delivery. The pitch is going to be low. Ball 4.
Welcome.
And I think that's going to bring up Ryan Harvey.
Up to bat, Ryan Harvey. On deck, Rayshawn Dotson.
Come on, buddy.
Ryan Harvey, a decent hitter here. Come on. I mean, he's hit a couple this year.
Now he's done very well. And his brother Justin plays on the Rotary with us.
Okay.
So you got a lot of Harveys around. Tyler White now looks, winds up. Here comes down the pitch. Swing and a miss. In there for strike 1. Difference is Justin's is a left-hander.
Yes.
And his brother is a right-hander.
That's true.
No balls and 1 strike. With 1 out. Runner on first base. Here comes down the pitch. And the runner is thinking about going down to second.
Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah, he's kind of tantalizing it. Oh, they're going to try to pick him off. He's safe. Ooh, that
was very close.
And with 1 out, you got to be careful. But he's just, he's got to go back to home. I mean, to his base. Runner gets on. Anyway, swing and a miss. I mean, that was being a high for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 balls and 1 strike.
2 balls.
Trying to watch 2 things at one time. Sometimes it kind of gets confusing. But anyway, runner on first and second for Eppes Supply. Here comes down the pitch. That was going to be way again. And now here comes the double steal. Are they going to make it? Yes, they do. He is safe. And Rah-Rah
3-1.
He takes a big old lead. Now comes back to second base, and you got 3 balls and 1 strike. And boy, Tyler is in danger of loading up the bases.
Yeah, and
wow.
As I said, it's
swing and a miss.
Not that time, though.
Strike number 2. Well, that brings up what? Full count?
That brings up full count.
Yep. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 4-2. That's Supply leading. But runners at first and second with only 1 out for Pannells. Here's on the pitch. Swing and a miss. Out number 2.
Very important second out here for Eppes.
That's going to bring up
to bat, Rayshawn Dodson on deck, Jeremiah Morgan.
Jeremiah Morgan will be on deck, as the press box announcer said.
Come on, Ray. Bring him on. Bring him on, buddy.
By the way, thanks for tuning in to www.wpexonline.com. Here comes the pitch. That one's going to be in there for ball number 1. 1 ball and no strikes. We got 2 outs here. Here in the 3rd inning. Hard hit ball. And this is going to go to the center field. Harvey's going to score. We got another one coming around. 2 is going to score. And oh boy, this ball game is tied up. Wow.
They got a little closer quickly, didn't it? Oh, and this run's still going.
Things ain't over yet as Ray Shaw runs on down to 3rd base.
Up to bat, Jeremiah Morgan. On deck, John Thomas Eden.
Few little errors.
Doesn't take much.
And a nice hit. Boy, that drove 2 runs in, and now it's 4-4. I think actually Tyler White's a little bit stunned on this one. Didn't affect him then, and he threw that one way down there for strike number 1.
Well, I mean, some pitchers, it affects them badly. Some pitchers just makes them mad and makes them want to throw more strikes.
Well, he has a lot to be mad about because most of the game, Eppes Supply's been leading, but on that one big hit from Rayshaw with 2 runners on, run him in. Here comes the next pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike number 2. So we got no balls and 2 strikes. 4-4 tied. What's all that banging going on here in the White Elephant? Anyway, here comes now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So with no runners left on base, it's 4-4 tied, where we're going to be right back right after these messages.
Brought to you by Radio Shack.
I need a new phone, so I'll go to Radio Shack, take their advice, and buy a Sony Ericsson Z750 with AT&T service. It has a 2-megapixel camera, FM radio, and a web browser, so I can surf the internet. And then one day at a car dealership, I'll find the price of a car too high, but the salesman won't agree, and he'll throw me a challenge and he'll give me the car for free if I find it for cheaper, so I'll use the internet on my phone, find it for cheaper, and get it for free. And I'll owe it all to Radio Shack.
Don't just buy stuff.
See your local Radio Shack dealer at Southside Electronics, Blackstone Square Shopping Center.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile. Located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. The accounting surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
Kind of want you to sing along with the bumper music. It's a tie score here at the bottom of the 3rd, 4-4.
We really need new bumper music. Really, we do. I mean, we've been hearing that same bumper music for like the last 3 years. You know that, right?
It's been going on 3 years, hasn't it?
Yep.
I'll see if I can get some.
I gotta be honest. I'm trying to get a little sick of the magnificent. I can't even pronounce it. Look at
Magnificent 7.
Magnificent 7. Look at that. I can't even pronounce right today. It's been a long day. I got a hum. You're a hum?
Got something to do at 6:30.
I hear hum.
We'll see what it is.
Yep, definitely hum. Crowd mic. Probably got banged on. It's probably in contact with metal out there.
I don't worry. I'll fix the next game. Why did it start doing it all of a sudden?
Probably someone kicked it.
It's almost like a weed eater or something, no?
It's annoying, I know that much.
Well, at any rate, 4-4 is the tied. I mean, it's a game. It's all tied up. Just some good hitting by Pannells. Was able to a couple of walks, and then that one big hit by Rashad, and ended up tying the ball game up.
Well, I know this is. I mean, question is, I'm not really sure who a tie ball game. I'm not sure who a tie ball game works better for. I mean, I think Eppes has a little bit better pitchers than Pannells does, but Pannells been doing pretty good today too.
All right, here comes down the pitch from Rah low in there for ball one. So we got 1 ball and no strikes.
I'm pretty sure Pannells not wanting to get into a pitching duel with Eppes, but Eppes has been looking kind of tired there on the mound last inning.
Well, he's throwing a lot of pitches. He's got a lot of full counts and stuff. That's going to be high in there for ball 2.
Way inside.
Because anytime you want to throw strikes, here it is.
Oh, yeah. I think you want to throw strikes all the time, but here, definitely. Especially in a tie game, you don't want to start loading the bases up and blow your tie up.
All right, hard hit ball to left field.
That's going to be fair.
That one's going to go all the way for the 10th. I mean, to the fence. And there goes Tyler White. And actually, it's lucky that he only got 2 bases on that one.
That was a bad throw.
Bad throw to second base, and Tyler's going to end up having an infield home run. They're going to try it at home. No good.
We talk about mistakes you cannot make here in a tie ball game. Now it's one of them.
What were they thinking?
They got a little too excited.
Went too fast, too good to do something like that. Wow.
And with that, Eppes now takes the lead back. And no out still.
Well, here comes down the pitch. This one's going to be low for ball 1. And by the way, we've been looking on how we need to change our DVDs over.
I came on that. I did it. You know, it's almost like I created the system.
Yeah, but I was by myself, so I've had to pay attention to that, so that's why I brought it up.
Actually, I'll let you a little hint after the next break.
2 balls and no strike, but I guess this game's going on for about an hour.
Hour and 7 minutes.
Yep, hour and 7 minutes. Trouble is, it's not a school night, so they can keep right on playing inside.
Let's hope they don't.
Yep.
I do want to go home to them tonight. I still got a long hour drive back home, you know.
Well, I think it's going to be a long night for all of us. Kind of starting to look that way.
Inside, way high and inside.
3 balls and 1 strike, and
Pannells are having trouble now finding the strike zone. This is definitely what you do not want to do right now.
Here comes now the pitch, and it's going to be there for strike 2.
The full count.
3 balls and 2 strikes. Folks, whenever this long game ends, that's what's going to be in there. Strike number 3, and got him for the first out. Rotary and the Chamber will be coming up next. And it'll probably Matthew Hart's going up against RD.
Upset Michaela on deck, Hunter Morgan.
Nobody on base. They got their first out. Here comes now the pitch. That's going to be high.
Yeah, way high there.
Yeah. Need a step ladder to get that one.
That was a high one, that's for sure.
We'll bring up ball number 1.
I mean, even despite this only a 55-foot mound, it's hard hitting that little strike zone, especially smaller guys.
All right, here comes the next pitch. It's going to be low.
I think that would have been ball for anybody, though.
Yep.
How tall they were. And a little bit of mishandling of the ball. But nobody's on base, so it's really not going to matter.
Well, Rah kind of went from one extreme to the other. Anyway, 2 balls and no strikes.
Kayla at the bat now for Eppes.
And I believe she is the only girl in the league.
Down the middle.
I mean, there for strike number 1.
McHale was a little bit late on the swing there. The ball had already hit the mitt by the time she swung the bat around.
Yeah, is this McHale Elvis?
Yep.
Yeah, she's the only girl in the league. Here comes now pitch. High. 3 balls, 1 strike. And that's going to be 3-1, and they're in danger of walking her.
Ooh, Ace don't want to start doing that. Again, you don't want to start walking people right now. You're only down by 1. That can be, you can come back from that pretty easily with a couple good hits, a couple walks. But you don't want to start loading the bases up and start getting way behind.
That one's going to be coming in there for strike number 2. And one thing about these guys, that I think if she would have gotten up there and be a little bit more aggressive on her stance, but she kind of just let the ball go by. And sometimes they will
widen the strike zone.
They will widen that strike zone right on up.
Yeah, we've seen that more than a few times.
Yep.
That's in there, strike 3.
Strike number 3, that was a good example right there. That's going to be out number 2, I believe, Robbie.
Very important now for Pannells.
Hunter Russell.
Well, they got Hunter Morgan's up. Then another Hunter Russell that's up here. Comes down the pit.
Oh, good bunt.
And it's a bunt. This one's going to be
good bunt, too.
And ain't going to get that one. Don't throw that one high. Oh, almost missed by Thomas Inge. And he was able to get that. That was close.
Now brings Hunter Russell to bat now. He has a good bunt, though. That one hit that nice, soft, wet dirt of the infield there and just stopped.
Kind of what happened at Beamer Field on us when we played PFW. We had a couple like that at grass infield and just stopped.
Inside,
all right,
there goes Michaela.
Yep.
And Michaela will make it there with ease. And another overthrow.
They're going to try to go to third. They're going to try to get him at first.
Oh,
he dropped it. Oh, he dropped it. Try to run to third base, and now he's kind of shaking up a team. Somebody shaking up. Look on third base.
They caught the edge of his hand when he came down.
Yeah, boy. Well, that gives the old hurt hand.
Yeah, that's never good.
Well, I tell you, that reminds me of us. Just a couple of games into our season, that we had all our catchers had messed up hands, had messed up thumbs.
Matthew kept breaking their hands.
Yep. Then nobody didn't want to catch Matthew because he broke everybody's thumbs.
I wouldn't want to catch Matthew.
I wouldn't either. Now they're wearing special braces when Matthew pitches.
That's kind of funny.
Boy, I tell you, it was rained out, but when Thomas Parrish of the Legion of Doom came up against the Matthew Cobra Hart, sounds like a monster movie, don't it? That was, and it was rained out in the first inning. But that was able to strike him out.
I know. I was flying into Richmond during that hurricane. Remember?
Did you hear it? You didn't hear the game, though, did you?
No, I was too busy being thrown up 1,000 feet and then down 500.
Should let me flown the plane.
No, that would have been worse. I doubt I would have survived the experience. Your experience in flying
don't pay no attention to that. My son Robbie has a lot of faith in my flying capability.
You know what they say, any landing you walk away from is a good one, right?
Yep.
Even the crash ones.
Here comes now the pitch to the left-hander.
They do.
For a strike. That's one ball and 1 strike. They got 2 outs, 5-4. That's Supply leading. Robert, I would like to get out of this one without nobody else scoring.
Definitely. It seemed like a weird head thing up there. What was that?
All right, here comes the windup. Here comes the pitch. That's going to be high. That's going to be in there for ball number 2.
Yeah, I mean, one thing about Robert, when he's pitching, he has a lot of character to him. There's a lot of movement, a lot of head zacking back and forth. I'm not sure what he's doing now. I don't think it's an official windup, though.
Yep. Anyway, that's going to be ball high. That's going to be 3 balls and 1 strike with 2 outs. Bottom of the third and a 5-4 lead with F Supply. F Supply has only lost 1 game the entire season. That's incredible. Here comes down the pitch.
Way
That's going to be high. Ball 4.
And Robert let this one get away from him.
Oh, boy. And see, you're walking the backside of your order, too.
Yeah, these are not the people you want to walk.
Bat William Foster on deck, Derek Craig.
Okay, so William Foster is up toward them and toward us. I guess Nick Worley's not here. Craig is going to be on deck, and that brings it back to Tyler Boyd.
Way inside there, and the runner will go to second.
Of course, Tyler's had a base hit, and now, he had that infield home run the last time, and he might get another shot if they don't get these guys out.
It is looking that way, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of rough when you got something like that. Oh, nice pitch, though. In there for strike one.
Yeah, that one caught the outside edge of the plate there. Nice strike.
Okay, 1 ball and 1 strike. And we got 2 outs. Here comes now the pitch from Raw.
Inside.
Yeah, that was way inside. He backed out of that one.
Yeah, I think he had to back out. I was going to lose an arm if he didn't.
Well, the nice thing that his pitches are kind of slow enough that you can probably kind of do that. If you get hit with the ball, it's not going to be too bad.
That's not, yeah. Well,
that was way inside, too.
I still wouldn't want to be hit by the ball.
No.
The ball is pretty hard,
3 balls and 1 strike is the count with 1 out. And then they're very close to loading these bases on up.
Yeah, definitely not what you want to do right now. I mean, again, you're only down by 1, 2 outs on the board. You need to get his last out.
Here comes the windup. Here comes the pitch. That's low. Ball 4.
That's a blown pitch all the way around.
Oh, boy.
Up bat, Derek Craig. On deck, Tyler Moore.
Well, this is not good. Break out the caffeine pills if this keeps on. And they call a timeout.
Can't say I blame Marty. I would have too.
Well, I wonder if they'll change it. They'll keep them in there, Robbie. I don't know how many pitchers they got.
Yeah, I'm not sure who'd pitch it other than they just need to talk, calm the kid down, maybe get him throwing strikes. Ra's kind of a hyper kid, so he's still dancing out there. Now he's doing the splits, which is rather interesting.
Brian Pettis can pitch.
Okay.
John Thomas Inch can pitch. Oh, they're going to keep him in.
Yep.
Robbie, I feel a lot of heat coming from your computer.
It's because it's a computer.
No wonder it's getting hot in here. Yeah. You're running up the electric bill here in White Elephant.
I can always leave if you don't like it.
No, turn the AC up some if we had to. Here comes now the pitch. Hey, that was way in front.
No, we ain't close.
That thing was so low.
That hit the ground about halfway between the plate and the mound there. So that was not even nowhere near being a good ball. He's got Ra's going to have to get control of these throws if he keep himself out of trouble.
Yep. And he's kind of doing a little dance and twisting and trying to get loose so he can.
I don't know what. I don't think he's trying. I think that's just the way he is.
All right. Here comes the pitch. And it's a hard hit ball. And this one's going to be foul and out of play.
Please return all the foul balls to the press box.
You know what?
They used to give hot dogs to that.
Yes, they did, but they started giving so many away that it wasn't cost effective anymore, so they just said, just bring it.
It's cheaper than a baseball.
Oh, yeah.
A lot cheaper than a baseball.
I don't know. We had 4,000 or 5,000.
Still, baseball's like $2.50. I know. I bought some a while back.
This one's going to be in there.
The inside corner.
2, yes. Nice pitch.
So Brown finds himself in the enviable position of being ahead in the count for once.
Anyway, 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Ra is 1 strike away from getting out of this disastrous inning for him. Here comes now the pitch. And it's going to be inside.
And here comes the runner.
And the runner's threatening to come in.
Thinks better of it, decides not to.
And that's going to be in there for strike number 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 and 2 on the ball.
Actually,
2 balls and 2 strikes.
Robert did not want to let this batter get away from him here.
No.
His opportunity. He needs to get this guy out badly.
Yeah, 1 pitch away. Here comes now the pitch. Oh man, that was so
low. Yeah.
That was so low that Armour Palmer would have liked that one with his golf clubs.
Wow, you're really stressing here for these.
3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. And boy, this is an important pitch.
Yeah.
A bad pitch is going to walk another runner, and he will actually walk a run in. Strikes him out. He gets out of a tight jam. Let's see what Ra can pull up his sleeve now. He looks, now he kind of falls down to the plate. Now he gets back up.
There's no way to describe how
left foot cocked back, he winds up, throws it, and it's ball four. That's going to walk the run in. Well, that's not good because that brings up Tyler Bourne.
Yeah, with bases loaded at that.
And the top of the batting up. This, I got a feeling, this is where the game is going to start splitting wide open.
Evan Downing.
Runners on first, second, and third. It's 6-4 now in favor of that supply. And
I'm not sure what that was.
I thought I heard time, and then the catcher and the pitcher are now converging with each other, trying to figure out what to do. I don't know, base loaded. I
just throw strike.
Find a way out, just kind of get out of here without nobody seeing me. Probably what I would do. That's me.
Still doing some weird contortions up on the mound.
Here comes down the next pitch. Ooh, that was close.
A little outside.
A little outside, ball one.
Yeah, you see Ra-Ra's having a hard time finding that strike zone.
So with one ball and no strikes, you got 2 outs. Runner on first, second, and third with loaded bases. Oh, that was
sky high there.
Look at that.
I think he just rolled off his hands.
It looked like someone taking a jump shot with a basketball.
That one just rolled right off his hands there and went about 10, 15 feet up in the air.
Ooh, 2 balls and no strikes. Here comes down the next pitch. Oh, and there's a strike. That was a nice pitch.
He's been looking for that.
I want to thank my sister Judy and Jane are actually listening. If they have tuned in to www.wpexonline.com, just hit the listen live button and then hope it all works.
It works. Sounds like Sports Network's a better site.
Here comes down the pitch. This one's going to be
a little bit outside, yeah.
High outside, yep, ball 3.
This is when things get kind of slow and long right here.
Yep.
They've been on the field now for 21 minutes, so.
All right, Ra kind of jumps around a little bit. Nods his head yes. Now here comes the pitch way high. Ball number 4, and that walks in another run. So we got a walk-a-thon going right this moment. And they're going to change it. It looks like to me they're going to bring Thomas Inge in. John Thomas Inge is going to come in and pitching, and we'll take a quick break. So bases loaded. It's 7-4 in favor of that supply. The new pitcher will be right back right after this.